we got a lot of stuff for you. I really just didn't want this. I'm so tired. I texted Michelle and I was like, team Zoom tonight? No team Zoom. And then I thought about it for 2 minutes. I'm like, team Zoom. Okay, we got to do a team Zoom. But I know we're all so freaking tired, but there's a reason why we're doing this tonight. We understand you're tired. You're tired. You just got done traveling. But we want to really recap everything that happened this weekend, and not necessarily just in a like aha moments for the whole hour kind of deal, but like there's a lot of changes that were made, guys, a lot of changes. And I feel like out of all the conferences I've been to, it's like this was the most overloaded that I've ever been to. I feel. So anyways, we're gonna just dive in the first 30 minutes. We're gonna really just talk about the serious stuff of like the actual changes and try to break it down and make it as easy for you guys to comprehend and to remember, because I know that a lot of you guys were at conference. There was more of you guys that weren't, so you guys are like probably barely hanging on, have no idea what's happening. So that's what we're going to do for the first half, and then the second half we have a lot of leaders just wanting to share, you know, maybe their experience or their takeaway or whatever, their vision for what's to come. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right in and get my part out of the way real quick. Nothing crazy, but I need you guys to feed off my energy. First, I'll talk about the boring stuff. Not really. It's actually really cool. I'm actually so freaking hyped for the newbies. So I'm so excited for the newbies, you guys. So here's what I want to say. Oh gosh, I didn't know that was coming. Okay, so they literally have covered everybody. And I know Lachelle is going to talk about like the bonuses and stuff, but I love that they gave something to the newbies. I had no idea that was coming. So here's the deal. For everybody that signs up in February, you guys, they get 3 codes. They get 3 codes. And that was a complete plot twist. I was like, holy hell, that's great. That's great. Oh, I'm so excited. So that's an incentive, guys. So make sure you're talking about that with people. And, you know, for me, it's like exciting because I'm like, if I'm talking to people and they want to sign up at the end of freaking February, I'm like, no, you got to do it now because you have only until the end of February to use these codes. And they're a huge gift. And the fact that you get 3, it's so exciting. So please make sure you guys are preaching that. Like maybe you're going to take the time tonight to make some new over graphics with like, the fact that it's technically it's $69 right now with those codes. You know, just make sure you guys are being creative with that, because we don't know what's extended and what's not. But right now we all have until the end of February to use those codes, and newbies get them too. And I think that's so awesome. And I'll talk to the people real quick who are like stressed out over the fact that we only have 3, because I was like, wait, I'm going to use those in like one sneeze. But I was excited because I was talking to some other ambassadors and they were like, you know, there's smart things you can do with this. Okay, so for those of you that are going to run through your codes because you're like, I've been doing my work and I got a lot of potentials and I'm already down to 1 left, you know, you guys can collaborate with your newbies. Let's say you sign up a newbie today, and they have 3 codes, and maybe you're going to build them to Ruby and use their codes and place them under them. Guys, be creative in that sense, and just know that even though we only got 3, there are things we can do to get more codes. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I said that. That's a really great incentive. Newbies also get 3 calendar months to go diamond, and that is what got me most excited because that's how it used to be all the time. And I went diamond in 3 months. A lot of us did because that was the thing to do. So we got to get back to the basics with that because it's definitely doable. And I'm not like this anomaly because I've done it. It was the thing to do. Everybody did it. So that's something that's very enticing too, is explaining. Here's the cool thing. It's already past February 1st. So here's the cool thing about that. They have 3 calendar months. Everybody that signs up from today on, they get 3 calendar months, which means February now is bonus. It's March, April, May, and February's bonus. So again, this is another creative thing that you guys have to be smart about and be like, well, here's the deal. Like, you really can't wait any longer because I get to basically give you an additional month. So if you sign up now, that gives you all of February rather than signing at the end of February and only getting 3 months. Technically, you have 4 months. And I can only do that for you if you join now. You know, it's not like you're lying. You have to be a little creative, okay? So that's lit. That's awesome. A lot of people think that it's just from the date you sign. So if you signed up today, you would get until whatever 3 months is from this day. No, February is basically extra because it's 3 calendar months. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm talking to all my potentials and I'm like, listen, you get codes, you get until the end of April, you get all the things, and you get $150 shopping spree, you guys. $150 shopping spree, and unlimited bonuses. Okay, so I really want to make sure I talked about that real quick, and then I really want to talk about something that I learned today because I don't know, for the people that were in the room for conference, I mean, Alyssa Marie had this panel about samples and how there's this new method of like selling samples and making a lot of money. And I was excited about this because I had heard that things were going to get really good with it, but I was in the crowd and I was just like not comprehending it. And I was like, seems like it could be a good idea, but I don't really know how to start. And so literally within the past 2 hours, I like really did my research on it because I'm like, what do I have to do? And I was playing with Connect, and this is the most brilliant thing ever, you guys. So let me talk about this real quick, and then Lachelle can talk about the other stuff from conference. But I need you to listen, everybody, whether you've sold samples or not. This is so good, especially for our team, whether you're a part of this or not, like our team that maybe hasn't gotten big commission checks. Maybe you're like, you know, my commissions aren't even close to where I want to be. I'm not close to diamond. I need to make some good money. You guys, the way that they have set this up now is through your Connect app. Corporate's going to send out the samples for us. And right now it's only for Skinny Brew, our new product Skinny Brew that we released on Friday. But like I talked to Alyssa this afternoon, and she said that their ultimate goal is to have these packs for all the products. But right now it's only Skinny Brew. And the reason it's only Skinny Brew is because Skinny Brew is supposed to change our whole company. So if you're confused about how it works and you're confused on how it's different than keto coffee, you got to figure that out for yourself, because we don't have time to do it on this Zoom. But it's really freaking awesome, and it's going to be super awesome, and it's going to be super awesome for our business, and it is very different than keto coffee. So the point I want to make with the sample cache is that they're making it easier so that we basically get to do less work and they take care of it. So this is what I figured out today, and I already freaking sold 5 packs, okay? And I didn't have to do a dang thing about it, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do about it and how I've gone about it, and it's only been just like literally tonight. Basically what happens is I'm gonna do the best I can. Just give me grace and love me. I'm not green and I don't explain well, but I'm gonna do the best I can. How it's set up is you basically buy these product rewards basically through Connect, okay? You can buy 1 or you can buy a 5-pack. So what you have to do is you have to buy those awards. It's like coins, kind of like you're like exchanging them. You have to buy those before you can put someone's order through with the samples, okay? So what you guys should do, because it makes sense, we did the math, you can either, in their booklets, they're these little baby, sweet, cute, freaking adorable booklets with 3 Skinny Brews in it. So it's day 1, day 2, and day 3, and they have it all set up, and it's so classy, and it's so sexy, and it's great. Okay, so you can either buy one of those sample booklets for $8, or you can buy a 5-pack for $60, which makes it $6 each. So please don't buy 1 pack, buy 5, because it makes sense. So there's 2 things you can do. And so if you guys pull up your Connect real quick while I'm talking, I know this is boring, but I'm serious. I literally just sold 5 tonight. It's really freaking cool because it's automatically uploaded onto your Connect app. And I'm just letting it load for a second. Blow me up real quick. If you're on like the Brady Bunch style, make it speaker view to where you just see my face. And look, at the top, this is what it looks like. Okay, so I have check marks because you're supposed to do 1 a day, and boom, I got it. So what you're gonna do is if you say send sample, it looks like this. And then you're gonna do it again, send sample. And look at how cool this looks because I've already done it. Okay, my 5th one's pending, but look, without looking at their information. So this is what it looks like. It's their name, their address, and it says ready to ship. And so what you'll do is if you click on product credits, it'll say purchase, and then I'll click it. I'm just going really fast. And this is what it looks like. It says I have 1 available because that 5th one is pending. She hasn't PayPal'd me yet. But look, so you buy 1 for $8 or 5 for $30. And again, when you say 1, it's not 1 sample, it's a booklet, okay? So what I need you guys to do, basically what I'm telling you is what I need you to do is when we get off of this, because you have to listen to everything that's going on in the Zoom. You can't focus on this right now, but you got to buy the 30-pack. You're going to put $30 in. And then I'm going to share my script while Lachelle starts talking because we are like loaded. I'm going to share my script that I sent out to all of my loyal customers from the past 90 days. And then I'm also going to tell you guys to go look at my Facebook at that post I made underneath my son's viral video. And I made money from both of those, okay? And I'm gonna share them in there. But how cool it is because you buy these purchases, or you buy these things, and then when someone pays you, I'm gonna do it for 50, you're gonna either do it for $15 or $20. And I think 15 is just enough money. I just think that's just perfect because you're saying it's $15. They either PayPal you or send you the money, and then you go to this, you say send a sample. When you click send a sample, this is what it looks like. This is what the sample booklet's gonna be, and it's huge. I'm gonna click at the bottom, it says send sample. Look at how cool this is, you guys. You literally put their first name in, their last name in, their phone number and their email, and then you click next, Oh, I can't show you what next is. And then it has their address, and then you click next, it goes submit, and then it says it's going to be out for delivery. And it's so freaking cool. And Kyler said that it's basically going to take 3 to 6 days, 3 to 10 or 3 to 8 days to ship, but that's all I had to do. They paid me. I got $15, $15, $15, $15, and all I did was pay 30. So you guys, it's freaking awesome. It's so awesome. And so how I'm going to market this is I'm good on time. Okay. I'm going to market this in the sense of, and this might be good mindset. It might not be. I talked this through Zach. Here's what I think. You guys, the Skinny Brew is $10 more than keto coffee. Some people could look at it and be like, $49 for freaking coffee is a lot of money. And so I understand that unless someone is like a diehard black coffee drinker, money's not an issue. For the most part, they're going to want to taste it first. So I'm not going to just give away one sample for free. I'm going to say, perfect. I actually have a 3-day sample pack for $15, and that includes shipping that I can send to you. And if you love it, we can get you up as a customer right after. They're going to pay $15. You're going to profit like what, $6 or something like that. And then it adds up, and boom, it just makes sense. And then you hope to God that they freaking love it, and then they become a loyal. And so for me, this is so freaking brilliant, because it's like, if we didn't have the sample program, then we have to just wait until they have the money, and then they want to try it, and then you got to go to the post office, and it doesn't make sense. So what I did is I sent this random script to some of my loyal customers that were in the past 90 days. And I said, hey, here's the deal. I tried this. We just came out with this new coffee, and I gave like a little spiel about it, blah, blah, blah. It's awesome. Do you want to try it? Like, I'll send it in here. And I sent it, and customer after customer after customer, they were asking questions. Some of them bought it. And they said, yes, I'll do it, whatever. And then I had them PayPal me. And then the other one was from that post. And that post has circulated a lot of people wanting to know about it. And like I said, just go to my Facebook and look at it. But I just said, it's just like when we have BOGO and stuff. First 30 people to comment can get 3 days of my Skinny Brew, my new Skinny Brew Black Vegan Coffee. Claim yours in the comments or tag a friend. I had 10 comments, and then I just messaged them all, and I said, hey, here's the deal. It's 3 days. Do you want me, and I said something, do you want to pay me through Facebook Pay or PayPal? You guys have to assume the sale. I understand that sometimes we do these and we're like, wait, but it's not free. Okay, I said they can get it, okay? So sometimes I think we have to just not prance around, and we just have to be confident in the sense that we're not just gonna give away our samples for free, okay? So anyways, I just needed to talk to you guys about that real fast. I hope I didn't overwhelm you. I'm not looking at the comments, but I just had to get that off real quick before we move on to the next thing, because this is brilliant, especially for the people that are not getting big commissions checks right now, and maybe are like, I just need some play money in between that while I build my big income. This is gonna add up very, 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 very fast. So I just needed to share that. Okay, while Lachelle talks about the next thing, I'm gonna share the scripts in the chat for you guys to copy, but also listen to Lachelle's stuff because it's important.
She gave me the hard stuff, guys. Really quick on the sample thing too, just because I was looking into it when Rachel was like, hey, I made $90. I'm like, what? If you just make sure that if you haven't updated your app, you have to download the It Works sampling app. And then also, don't even, like, the way I was, when they were talking about at conference too, guys, this is a great way for like new distributors to earn like money like right away. And you can almost turn it into like a pre-sale option too, because if you get two people that want to buy samples for $15, then you can go buy the credits. Okay. So it's like you have to secure 2 people for sure, but then you can go buy the credits. You've already made your investment back into the credits, and you still have 3 more credits left that you can just be making complete profit. Okay, so I'm going to go over the technical new money stuff that is awesome, okay? It's new, all right? It's new. That means that we have to just get used to it because it's here to stay, and they're giving us more money. So with more money you got to make sure that you're understanding, all right, you're giving me more money, how? So let me start first with fast start bonuses. So our old fast start bonuses were $100. Our new fast start bonuses are $150. They're different. They work differently, okay? We are paid in increments of $50 now. And in order for you to get each increment of $50, your new distributor, so let me give you an example of how it works. So you sign a new distributor, okay? I'm going to be very like basic in this example, and then I'm going to get technical with it. First 2 customers, you get $50. They call them tiers now, all right? Whatever, it's like a new wording. First tier of $50 is 2 customers. Second tier of the next $50 is 2 customers. Third tier is another $50, another 2 customers. So our fast start bonuses are $150. They're paid out in $50 increments, which is cool. You got to think about it too, guys. Like, how many times have you gone, wanted a fast start bonus and maybe the person only got 2 customers and their volume was 147, where it's like you don't get the $100 at all, but at least this way you're getting tiers of the $50. Okay. How it's different. This is how it's different. And trust me when I say this, it's not a big deal. It's so not a big deal. And there's so many different ways that we're going to be able to work around it. But now all of our loyal customers are personally enrolled to us forever. Okay. So, which means no matter if you're placing loyals now, you're still the enroller. All right. So usually before, when you would place loyal customers, it would change the enrollership into whoever you placed it under. Right. Now, every loyal customer we enrolled is personally enrolled. In order for us to be paid out these fast start bonuses, okay, so say I sign a new distributor, the 6 customers has to be personally enrolled to that distributor. Okay. So people at first were like, whoa, but it's great. It is so great, guys, because there's 2 different ways that you can work this. Number one, what they're saying is, I will pay you more money to help these people become fast started for their own business. I'm going to pay you more money, but you got to actually teach them how to enroll. We can't be the laziness of like, oh, we're just going to place loyal customers to earn our fast starts, because then you get in that mindset of, if I just get somebody in, I'm going to get the $100. No, if you want $150, get them to host post right away, guys. There's absolutely no reason. There's so many times where we feel like maybe we start struggling when we're signing distributors and we're building a chart and everything else. You feel like no one's working, but maybe it's because it was that easiness of being able to place. Now it's literally like, we're going to pay you more if you make sure you are helping these people enroll loyal customers. So I want you guys to remember that part first. All this showed me was, and when you just add it all up together, like, I want them to obviously get the $100, $150 in shopping spree now. And I do want them to enroll their own customers. It's not fun to just place. Now, but going back to the second idea, changing enrollership, since there's no longer a change of enrollership, this is where it gets messy if you don't teach them to get their own customers. You can, send somebody to your new distributor's website. All right. And then that loyal customer, or you can, if you place your loyal customer orders, you can place a loyal customer's order under your new distributor's website. But then you are going to have to do the due diligence of creating their own contact in your Connect app, because it will not show up in your Connect app if you are enrolling them through their website. It'll go to their Connect app. So that's where it's like kind of messy, where you're just like, all right, screw that. I'm just going to literally teach them how to host a post. But it is an option. All right. It's still an option. So I just want to make sure that everybody understands that to get those $100 and $50 fast start bonuses, the loyal customers have to be personally enrolled to them. Okay. And here's the thing. So like we were told all this at conference, guys, and I have done this every single time it ever has to do with money. And I want you to always do this, and I'm encouraging you to teach every new distributor that ever comes into your business, especially if you want them to be diamond, presidential diamonds, whatever. I know that, I don't know if Rachel did this, but I have all the rules and regulations printed out. I have read through them. I have taken notes. I have highlighted everything. So that is, all of this info is in Document Library. I'm not a genius. I just literally went in, read, highlighted, reread. Okay, so there's fast start bonuses. Let me go into reload bonuses, because this only applies for diamonds and above. And I was actually going to make a video to you on the diamonds page, but just let me go really quick, because these reload bonuses are really awesome, guys. So if you're a diamond above and you've lost rank, you are literally going to be given a $3,000 bonus for remaintaining each rank that you've lost. So say, for instance, triple diamond, you lose rank, all right, and you go down to an emerald, and then you regain diamond, you get $3,000, and you regain double, you get another $3,000. You regain triple, you get another $3,000. So they're literally giving you an option to work towards a bonus for just maintaining your rank. There's something that also goes along with that, but I am going to go into the more bonuses that we have more bonuses. More bonuses, guys. These bonuses are amazing. Diamond is $15,000. Double is $20,000. Triple, Prez, and Ambassador are $30,000. Okay, let me explain how these bonuses work. So if you are in the company right now, which you guys all are, you have Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. So you have until March 31st, all right, to earn these bonuses. We already know that Mark is the extension king, but let's work with urgency right now in the season, guys. It is tax time right now. It is tax time right now. There's absolutely no reason that you can't be earning these bonuses by the end of next month, okay? So here's the thing. If you want them, you have to already believe that you are worthy of them, that you are ready to work for them. If you're praying for something like this to happen, if you've been sitting here just praying for something like this to happen, God will answer your prayers if you put in the work. He does not just show up with these bonuses. He says, you want this bonus? Okay, show me you're working for him. Keep on praying for them, and I'll make sure that I give you the right people in your business to get this bonus, all right? So just remember that prayer is only the first step. Hard work is the second step to reap the benefits. Now, when you, something I really love, all right? I really love this about our bonuses, and it's almost like a validation for us, all right? Diamond, everybody looks at the word diamond, the title. All right. Sometimes I look at business cards and people give me business cards and I look at the title and I'm just like, this is executive, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just like these titles that people get, put people on pedestals. So when you think of diamond, guys, it's a whole different life. Like, it is a different pay that gives you a whole different life. These bonuses give you a whole different life. So, but you have to know that it's not just a title. So with the new bonuses and the reload bonuses, okay, this is what I'm saying. When you go diamond, all right, you go diamond, you're congratulated. We post on social media, she just earned a $15,000 bonus for going diamond. You have to validate with these bonuses, which means, say you go diamond this month, all right? You earned the $15,000 diamond bonus. But next month, you have to maintain diamond in order to get it. So you're not paid out a bonus until you maintain a second month. But this is what's really the great but about it is, so for instance, so the bonus I'm just doing like I said, this is all in the document library, but let me give you an example. So the bonuses are going to be paid out monthly. So usually it would be $625 added to your check every single month for going diamond. But you go diamond this month, you validate it next month that you've maintained, they're going to give you both payments on that check. So your first bonus payment will be $1,250. So it's almost like you're like saving for the next month. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's like you're going diamond this month, validate it next month, you're going to be paid both months. All right. So you just know that payment is coming in the following month. And that is for every single rank for diamond and above. You got to validate them now. And I love it because there's so many times that people like, you hit diamond and then you just are like, I made it, I'm done. And then you might lose rank, you might lose it. And it's like, what's the point of just a one payout of a bonus? No, keep working for it. And plus, if you get the first bonus, go for double anyways. And then you'll just start stacking the bonus, but you have to validate and then they will start paying you. You'll get both payments your first month. I hope that makes sense. I'll look through if you guys have any questions. Something else that is different with the bonuses. So the qualifications for the bonuses is you have to have 6 personally enrolled loyal customers underneath of you to earn them. 6. There's no volume minimum or anything like that, but you have to have 6% enrolled, all right, in order to earn these bonuses. And in order to maintain them, you just have to keep 6, all right? I think that is what I wanted to say about the bonuses. Oh, and she already said this. So she already explained this, that all new distributors, like, it's calendar months, okay? So any new distributors, they're getting an extra month. All right, so just make sure that you're explaining that because really, technically, that's like you get 4 months instead of 3. I think that's it. Do you want me to talk about anything else?
No, I think that's good.
And just so you guys know too, it's the same with the reload. So for instance, if you're maintaining and you say, for instance, you maintain diamond or above and you had it before this month, your reload bonus, you have to validate your reload too. And so your first payment of your reload bonus though is $1,000. And then every payment after that is $500. So that's freaking awesome. And that's it for the money. And you just got to look at it this way, guys. Like, big money like this shouldn't be easy. And this is pretty freaking easy. Okay. This is so easy. So anybody have any questions? Ask them. 6 one time a year. Cool. All right. Go for it.
You can go, Bethany. Or wait, Ariane. I just said go enough about a quarter.
Okay, sorry. All right, hopefully Addie doesn't talk. Okay, I'm just going to share one aha, I guess, that I had at conference today, this week. So everybody's been preaching, mindset, sharing your story and your struggles. You guys hear us talk about it all the time. And one quote that really stuck out to me this weekend was, God has a purpose to my pain. And I wrote this all down, so I was like under whatever. So when you put this into existence, you speak it into existence and realize that it's all part of the process to your story, not just the story that you're telling yourself or others or what you think, that you're comfortable with telling or you're not comfortable to like share certain parts of it, but the actual story, the entire story. Your mind and your business is going to benefit from it. Hold on, Eddie Mae. And like that was proven so many different times. Like I felt so connected to so many different leaders on so many different levels this week because they all just like let it out and they were so vulnerable about everything. And we were shown how to like direct certain parts of our stories to certain audiences as well, but not to be afraid to share the entire story. It was also said only giving parts of your story is only going to build parts of your business. And that really stuck with me too, because it was especially last night, but I met so many people this week and some of them were on our team and some of them weren't. But what blew my mind was how many of them like told me how my story had touched them and somehow in some way, and some had the same struggles and some were just empowered by like my vulnerability and like my ability to like share with people my struggles. And it's funny because I wrote some of this, but anyways, but what truly hit me was both of so what really like made me put it into like perspective in my mind was like, what if I hadn't told my whole story, or like would it have sent the same message to them, or like would I still helped them? Because like in all reality, like that's what our job is to show people the struggle, but that we can overcome it, and then we're going to show them how to do it. And my biggest aha was I had no idea that they had even been watching me, or that they were even listening, or that some of them like even knew who I was. And that's just from our team. Like that's just from, the distributors. And so by sharing that stuff to my page and just being vulnerable that way, like there's always going to be those people watching. And I guess I never really thought about it that way because I've never looked at myself as like that, I guess, to like, I don't know, I just comparing myself, I guess. But I don't know, but it opened up my bigger eyes just to that people are watching, they are listening, and they are relating. But if you aren't giving them the option to see your struggle turn into strength, your pain turn into purpose, how are they going to trust you to make that initial step, that change to say yes to you and to this business? And I don't know, it was just so crazy to me. And yeah, I don't know. There was so much more that I want to say, but I don't want to like go too far over time. But like I was reading this book and it's not supposed to be this way. And I know like Cami did like a Bible study and everything on it. And there were so many parts in there, like, and I had even read some of the parts to the girls that I was staying with in the hotel room and like made them like think about it. Cause it talks about just basically how like every part of your story has a purpose for it, like in the end, in order to make it like beautiful, in order to light a fire inside of yourself and others and everything. So I guess my biggest thing is just making sure that you have that right mindset and that you aren't being vulnerable. Like right now, like we should know what we have our hands on, and that other people have struggled where we've been, and why are we not sharing that with them, that we have gone through that and that they can be better, we can help them be better, we can help them overcome things and make them stronger. I met so many people that have said that this business has brought out the best version of themselves, so why are we not doing that for others and showing them that they can be the best version of themselves too? So just basically, like, if you don't know what your story is and you don't know how to figure out what your story is, and just get with your upline and figure it out, or just like sit down and write it down on a piece of paper, even if it's something small, like where were you before and where are you now, and somebody's going to relate to it. And with just, I don't know. That's pretty much it. Just mindset. I didn't truly believe it until I did it myself. Get out a book, listen to a podcast, something, get your mind right, know your story, and just tell it. So that was my aha.
My turn. Okay, cool. Hi guys. Hopefully my voice stays in. I got home and just there was so much this weekend. You know, this is my first conference and I've been to like smaller events and I've been to green carpet. This is my first conference and I feel like my body is like in this letdown mode of just so much being poured into you and your cup like runs over and it's just like no more. I can't take any more. Just like let me rest. And I was sitting there thinking about it tonight when I was in the shower and I was like, how lucky am I? This has nothing to do with what I'm about to talk about, but I just want to tell you guys like this, how lucky am I that I don't have to go to work tomorrow? And like, there's so many people that feel like this and feel tired and drained. And I get to just sit in my bed all day tomorrow and work my business and like recoup and pour into myself instead of having to go straight back into like a 9 to 5. And there are some people that went to conference and have to do that and have to go straight back into like go mode for someone else and not take what they learned this weekend and just be able to start utilizing it tomorrow. So I was just like feeling so blessed about that. And so anyways, what I want to talk about was a little bit, there was a panel called imposter syndrome. And I'm sure, you know, we all got shook about this and we were sitting there talking about it last night. But one thing that really hit home for me is that they were talking about you never stop climbing and you never stop building. And in this business, you know, sometimes I've been lucky enough and blessed enough that I've had so many amazing leaders pour into me. Not everyone gets us in this business. And I also take the initiative, like when we're in green carpet this weekend, I'm going to go up and ask the questions that I want to ask to people. And because I need that, and I need that like for my soul and for my mind. And I've just been getting to this point in my business, you guys, like being super vulnerable, that it's like, you know, Ashley Sinclair was talking about it, are my best years behind me? You guys, last year was a really, really good year for my business. You guys watched like my business explode right after conference. We went diamond and earned a $10,000 bonus and then went double and earned a $15,000 bonus. And I was making a lot of money, and you kind of like get on that high of like, oh my gosh, we're running. We're doing so good. And then all of a sudden it's like, is that as good as it ever is going to get? Like, did I soak it in enough? Like, am I able to go on a run again? And Mark was like talking about that. He's like, who's ready to go on a run again? Because just because we've gone on a run before doesn't mean that's the only run that we're ever going to do. And this one's going to be better than the last time. And knowing that when you're building a business and you're climbing up the mountain, like you hit some, like Ashley was talking about hitting summits, and that sometimes you sit at that summit for a little bit, but don't get too comfortable there, because when you get comfortable there, then you don't keep climbing, and you literally should just keep building and building and building. But knowing, and I think this is something that I didn't realize as a new DT. So if you are newer on here, like please listen up, that when you are building and you are climbing the ranks, and maybe you are going fast, but maybe you're going slow too, and knowing that the people that are alongside of you aren't always going to be alongside of you, and that shouldn't discourage you, because this business isn't for everyone. This business isn't for like the weak at heart and the weak at mind. And the more you grow, not everyone's going to be able to hit that level of leadership with you. If you've never read John Maxwell's I have it right here, hold on, How Successful People Lead. It's a really short book, but he talks about like levels of leadership and the fact that not everyone's ever going to be able to hit those levels with you. And sometimes people max out at certain levels, and just because they maxed out doesn't mean that you need to be maxed out, and you need to keep growing and keep climbing. And so I felt like I've been sitting at a summit for the last 6 months, you guys, and I'm just ready to freaking go. And it's been me. And again, you're going to hear mindset. It hasn't been anything. It hasn't been the fact that, well, customers, like I'm not signing them. It hasn't been the fact that I haven't been bringing in new DTs, because I've been doing both of those things. But I haven't believed that I can go triple diamond yet. But after this weekend, I truly believe that like I'm ready to go on this run, and I'm ready to go. And it was my mind the whole time that was holding it back, and it wasn't anything else. And I was the only one that was holding me back. So, if you ever feel like you're getting comfortable, or if you ever feel like, you know, maybe you've stopped, just take a step back and realize, you know, the last thing I'll touch on is that I got to have just like a little one-on-one time with Tiffany Her before we left. And I made the realization that, you guys, I've been pouring a lot into my soul. Like, I love watching sermons and I love reading my Bible and all that stuff. But sometimes that's not what like your business mindset needs. And that I'm so focused on my relationship with Christ, which is so amazing. And I don't discount that at all, because I believe that does help me be a better leader, and it helps me be compassionate to people and like be able to connect with people. But at the same time, that's not filling 100% of the cup that I need in this business too. And so, you know, making sure that we're still listening to podcasts that hype us up and like get our fire lit. And like, sometimes you just need like people screaming at you. Like, let's be real. Like, that's what motivates me. So anyways, that's all I wanted to touch on. But you guys, I'm so ready to go on this run with you all. I'm so ready to watch so many people rise up in leadership. We're all ready to just watch like Diamond and Above grow. So I just love you guys.
Okay, I'm apologizing now because my Wi-Fi sucks and I've like shut it off on everything, hoping that it connects. So if I just cut out, I'm sorry. Rachel, I'm not really talking about last night because I don't feel like that's what I'm supposed to talk about, because all right now that's in my head is I'm just keep thinking about how, like, if you didn't go to conference this year because of the money or whatever, like, start saving now. Like, I don't care when I joined 3.5 years ago. This was like this is my fourth conference, not my first. This is my fourth conference. And this conference was like something actually spoke to me. So like starting now, give yourself, because they always say give yourself a full year, but I'm saying like, I don't care when you start, you're dedicating the next year. You're not quitting the business. You're not getting lazy. You're taking this whole next year, you're saving up, and you're going to get yourself to conference. Because if for some reason you do start hitting that low spot, when you do get to conference, it's going to remind you of everything. It's going to give you that passion back. And you're going to get that hype and everything. So like, that's what I really got out of this conference, because I was like losing my passion for it. So like, I was able to regain that back and remember why. And like, my kids are sick, my hubby is sick, like my whole house is just like down, and I've been drinking immunity like nonstop. I'm like sweating, and then I have the chills, and I'm thinking, holy crap, please don't let this happen to me. And like any other day, I would have just gotten home, like the house was a mess. There's toys everywhere. There was like styrofoam. My child was eating styrofoam. I don't know where she got it from. We didn't have groceries. Like, and I would have just been like, okay, I'm shutting down my business. I'm done for the day. Like, I would have never gotten on this Zoom. I'm like, I have things I've been gone for 5 days. I have my house and my family to take care of. But it's like, after this conference, I finally realized, I'm like, no, I can't do that. Like, I will take the next 2-3 hours. I will go get groceries. I will take care of my kids. Literally like had to bathe my husband because like he is so sick, like almost having ER and everything. Like, it's just ridiculous. But I'm like, I can't do that anymore because we don't have the option anymore. Like, he still have to go to work either tomorrow or Tuesday and feel like shit. And like, that makes me feel awful because I haven't gotten my ass in gear to be able to help our income so he could stay home. Like, he wouldn't have to worry about going, so we could keep paying bills and all that stuff. So like the excuses, all that stuff, like just commit yourself like for the next year. Give yourself the next year. Start saving now. Don't make the excuse of whatever happens. Literally put, like, what we do is I put it in a shelf in our closet, and if it's like $5, $10 random cash, I will put it in there, and then next December I count it up and see what else I need, and then I start asking for Christmas money. But that's all I wanted to say.
No, that's not all. I'm actually going to be annoying for a second because we have time, because I noticed that Lakin wasn't on here, so I'm assuming something maybe happened with just settling in at home. So we do have time. So I need you to get uncomfortable for a second.
No.
For the people that didn't stay late at the after party, because you guys, we had an after party on Saturday, and then just an unexpected conversation happened. And it was so, it was just, we forced everyone to, I forced everyone to get uncomfortable because some people at that fire needed to get uncomfortable. And Charlie joined on the last day of 2016, you guys. So like she said, she's been around the block for a minute. And I would really, really appreciate it. I know you said you weren't going to cry 16 times around the fire, and you're probably going to do it now, and you don't have to cry. But can you just can you honestly just kind of real quick, just tell them what the conversation was like around the fire and what that turning point was, because you went from like not wanting to talk, not wanting to address it, to addressing it and being like, I feel like I'm ready now because you addressed it. You know, for all the people that maybe are in the same position where they're like, they don't even have to have gone to 4 conferences and not be where they want to be. They don't even have to have. It's just talk. Please talk about the fire talk that people didn't get to see, because you had a freaking beautiful awakening moment. Please.
It sucks getting your mail. I really freaking hate it. But, and I pushed it off forever. But it's like, yeah, so we're sitting at the fire. They were forcing us to like kind of talk, and I could like feel myself, and I was trying to ignore it. And I was like, I wanted to walk away. I just didn't want to do it. And I broke down. Half of the things that Bethany was telling me, I can't even remember because I just kept crying and bawling and everything. But I was saying, so when I first joined, I literally joined the last day of the year. And within like that first week, she mentioned conference. So and it was in January. And I was like, whatever, I'll go. Like, to me, I was like, I had no idea what I was doing. So I went to my first conference, and I was in like 30 days in, still I didn't understand charts. I was not like sure of how everything was going, but I ended up promoting to Diamond that April. And it was like this huge push with everybody. Rachel was going prez, everything like that. So it was like everybody was running. And after that, you know, like it all happens in the business. Slowly something happens. The team starts falling up. Like my team was falling apart. I was losing my rank and everything. And I got to this point where I just felt like a fraud. And it was, to me, and I was saying it to her, and I'm like, I don't feel like I ever went Diamond because I had you there with me. Like, you were helping me, so it wasn't me doing it. So it's like, how am I supposed to rebuild myself to Diamond if I didn't do it in the first place? Damn it, Rachel. So and I told Lisa, because we were like, after we left the place and we were heading back, and I just told Lisa, and I was like, you know, I literally felt like God was breaking me this weekend so I could be rebuilt. And I hate that feeling, but it's like, I felt like I've just been holding on for so long to those strings, trying to hold myself together to somewhat stay sane, stable, whatever. And it was like, finally, I'm just like, I have to literally let him break me so he can rebuild me. So I'm able to rebuild myself, because it's not like I'm holding on to stuff that literally it's nothing. Like, I'm holding on to stuff that was never true. Like, yeah, I went Diamond. I can do it again. There's no reason that I wouldn't be able to do any of this by myself. I don't know what else you want me to say.
That's it. No, that's it. Just the point is like that was it. That was everything. It was like we were sitting around the fire. Charlie's been complacent for a minute, and she's okay. And I was just gonna say you're okay with it. Not that she's okay with me calling her out. I'm not trying to put her on blast, and I love her with all of me. And I was just like, what? Let's figure out really what the issue is, you know. And she opened up after not wanting to. She opened up about like, I just felt like I didn't do it once. How am I going to do it again? And we were able, like, the point is that we were in an environment where she was able to break those walls down, and we were able to address it. And she had people around the fire that were able to just pour into her. And it's like and this is perfect setup for Savannah, because these are the moments where it's like, you don't always get to do this. You don't get to do the same thing on a Zoom. It's not the same. You never know when you're going to go to an event and be broken down like that. And that was I was supposed to leave, and it was just this beautiful talk around the fire. And I feel like Charlie and Lisa took the most out of it, and they were just ready to go. And it's like, we've had this talk with the veterans over and over again, and it's like something shifted in that moment, and it was great. So that's all I wanted you to say. That was great. Okay, Sav, you can go. And then I think I saw Michelle say Chantel wanted to talk.
Yeah, I'll go quick. I want to share my aha. You guys, this was my 4th or 5th conference, and it was different. It was so different than any event for a while, and it was like so many chains. I'm so emotional because I've gone to these before, and I've said, okay, I'm ready, but I haven't. But just like Ariane and the other girls, I haven't believed it. Like, I've said it, but I haven't believed it. And it's like, it honestly feels like so many chains and so many breakthroughs happened this weekend, and so many, like, just so much was released, and it feels so good. It feels so good. And you know, my thing is, like I said, I've been in for 5 years, and so I've had so much life happen, and you hear that so much, like so much life is happening, but I was using that life as like my excuse and my way out to like not work my business, because I was so fearful of not achieving the goals that I wanted to achieve, that I just was like, oh, well, life is happening, right? Like I can't work my business because life is happening. But that's an excuse. That's an excuse, because your life is never going to stop happening. God's not going to give you this window of 6 months where you just get off scotch-free so you can go triple and presidential and ambassador, even diamond. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So stop, or you're never going to get to diamond. You're never going to get to double. You're never going to get to chase after those things and those ranks and those goals that you deserve, because you're too busy just using life as your excuse. Life is never, ever, ever, ever going to stop happening. And that is like my biggest aha of the last couple months, because there are so many people, those ambassadors and those presidential and those people that you see in VIP in that top 1%, they are in that top 1% because they are willing to do the things that you are not willing to do. On those days when they don't feel like working, what do you think they do? They work. When they're tired, what do? They work. When they're sick, what do they do? They work. When their kids are sick, what do they do? They stay up after their kids go to bed and they work. It is not easy. It is work. But these next 6 months, like Lachelle kept saying at our Diamonds brunch, these next 6 months will not just change the rest of your year, they will change the rest of your life. So you need to make the decision on if these next 6 months are worth it to you to change the rest of your life. You need to make that decision. Oh, and one of the ways that you can do that is you can get rid of all of the excuses. You can make sure that you're on Zooms, you can make sure that you're showing up, and you can make sure you're leading by example. And one of the ways that you can lead by example is getting to events. I was thinking back to when I went diamond in 6 months and double in a year, and how I did that and what we were doing. Rachel and I were driving, we were filling our cars, and we were driving 5 hours to Indiana, staying for a 2-hour event and driving 5 hours back, you guys. 5 hours one way for a 2-hour event, driving 5 hours back. We were filling cars. We were doing that every single week, every other week, multiple times a month. We used to pack the cars, and Lachelle did it too. We were doing it all the time. Did we want to do it? A lot of times, no. I'll admit it. We tried to think of excuses not to go, but you know what? We never regretted going, because we always left with something. You never know when that event is going to change your life. Oh my gosh, I'm laughing because we literally packed into our hotel room this time like sardines. Like we were staggered in the bed. And so we joked, we were laying there one night and we were like, we feel like sardines because we were so packed in. Like you do what you have to do to make those things happen. I slept on the floor one of the nights. It doesn't matter. Like get to these events, pack as many people in the car as you can, grab some fruit, eat the fruit on the way. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Have everyone pitch in a couple dollars for gas and get to the events. You have to get to an event, you guys. That's why I was sharing with you. You know, I was thinking back to what we were doing when we were promoting. We were going to events all the time, whether we wanted to be there or not. We were showing up, and because we were showing up, our teams were hopping in the car with us, and they were coming with us, and they were driving with us. There are all kinds of events this year. If you are local, we are hosting an event on Thursday in Rockford. You've got to get there. Get your ticket. It was shared on the team pages. Cami Pentecost is coming in, you guys. She's going to be there. You're going to get to touch her and take a picture with her and talk to her and be around her. Bring your potentials. She's going to literally seal the deal for us. There's going to be the new products that we just launched there. So get on the phone with all of your customers, all of your current loyal customers, all of your potentials, all your potential distributors, anybody and everybody's moms, everybody's grandmas, I don't care who they are, bring them. Okay. Bring all the guests. We want to pack the place and get them these, get them to try these new products and have Cami seal the deal. So that's our next event. But if you go into your Connect app, you open up your Connect app, the second little, you can't see it because my phone sucks, but there's a little button at the bottom. It looks kind of like a clock. If you click that and scroll down, it's the Discover button. It has all the events. There's going to be one in Scottsdale. These are the bigger events, okay? These are not just try-its. If you click this, you'll be able to go to all the events and you'll be able to find try-its near you where you can take your potentials, okay? If you're not local to Rockford. But there's going to be all the big events listed. There's one in Scottsdale, one in Canada, one in Nashville, Pennsylvania, Grand Rapids. Make sure you are getting to at least one of these big events, and I would say multiple try-its throughout this year. Start planning now. We used to plan these months in advance. We would pack the car, fit as many people in as we can, because these are what are going to change your business, okay? That's all I wanted to say. Get to an event. Go to multiple. Go to as many as you can. They will change your business. the ones, and let me tell you this, and then I'll let Chantel speak before we hop on the family call. The events that you want to go to the least are generally the ones that you need the most, because you don't want to be there, and that's the enemy trying to, isolate you and put you in solitude so that he can get into your mind even more. The events that you want to go to the least are generally the ones that you need to be at the most. So get to some events, you guys.
Real quick, while we find Chantel, real quick, you guys, I want to say while she's talking about that, because it got me lit. I don't know if you guys saw, because if you're not on a list, I don't know if it's been actually publicly posted outside of like my team page, but the Indiana huge crew, it's Brittany Landrum, Alyssa Bilyeu, Alyssa Wilbur, Tiffany Herr, Tristan Marshall, all of them are hosting a millionaire school February 16th. And I freaked the F out when they did this, because they used to do this too, once a month, like 4 hours of pure like goodness training, and it's $30 a ticket, but they're providing lunch and a workbook, and I'm 98% on board with Zach letting me go. But that's like a good, Indiana is a really good meeting place. It's like 3 hours from Ohio, 4 from Rockford, 5 from me, and a lot of people are talking about going. So that's a perfect opportunity that we're talking about with like, get your cars together. And that's one that like is freaking awesome. It's 4 hours of legit hardcore training. So I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if I even posted it to the Shells page. I just saw it like right before a conference. But you guys should really try to go. I'm almost there, and a lot of people said they're going. Is Chantel on here? I saw her walking around.
Hi.
End us strong. Just end it.
I'm here. Okay. First off, Savannah. Wow. Gosh, you guys, life is always happening. Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear me though? Rachel, we good? Okay. My husband like got nervous because I like found the quietest place, which is like a back alley, you guys. But I really wanted to talk to you guys. Savannah, holy smokes. Like that was really kind of eye-opening too for me. I wasn't even going to mention this part, but it kind of goes into something I really wanted to say. Life is happening. Life is really happening every single day. That's why we're alive. Like we're alive. That's why life's happening. Every single day life is going to happen. And, I was talking to Marianne not long ago, and she was asking me like, what's going on? Like, what is it? Like, what's the secret kind of thing? Like, and I said, I decided. I have been in the business for 3.5 years, guys, and I want to really talk to the ones who are not diamond yet. I've been in the business for 3.5 years, and I hit double diamond 9 months in, and I wasn't ready for that. I will tell you that. I will just tell you right now. Life was happening then, and life's been happening since then, and I've used it 100% as an excuse. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you start using that as an excuse, if you want to use life's happening as an excuse, there's no way you're going to get to where you want to be. It's not going to happen. Life is happening. That's not an excuse. That's just reality. It's coming along it's along for the ride. Like it's just going to happen. And, I just saw that It Works family call. I'm going to try to speed this up, but I have used that excuse so many times, and I have said to Lachelle and Rachel, like, I'm going triple. I'm going to go triple. I'm going to go triple. It's going to be this year. And you guys, I've said that for 2 years, 2.5 years that I've said this. And so talking to just everyone right now, what I told Marianne was, it came to a decision. I decided. Back in October, all of a sudden, I just kind of went, you know what, life is happening. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've used excuses still since October, not doing the best I can. I'm like looking at what I texted Lachelle today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was like, I'm gonna do this. I've been going for triple, guys. I'm going for presidential. Screw triple. Like, hold on, I lost you. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of these things. Why have I been going for triple for 3 years, pretty much? Why? And I haven't gotten there because I haven't done things. And I felt truly, and maybe a lot of you have too, that you feel like you've been giving everything, right? You've ignored your kids. You've been on your phone during date night. It's just all those little things. Like you've messaged all the people you can. You've added all the people you can. And you feel like, I've done everything that I'm supposed to. They're telling me to do this, and I've done it all, and nothing's happening. No, we haven't done it all. We have used Think Truly. And this is the thing. You don't have to talk to anybody about this. Your excuses do not make you money, okay? You telling somebody I can't show up to a Zoom is not going to make you money. Your excuse of why you can't show up to a Zoom is not going to make you money. Your excuse of why you aren't messaging X amount of people is not going to make you money. All of those things are things that make you feel better about yourself, about where you're at. You're like, well, I can't really get there because of this. We all get there. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. And you guys, hello, who's not a diamond yet? You're about to make $15,000. You guys, we just got, oh my gosh. I remember. And for those of you who maybe were running for diamond last year, and you're like, oh, I know a few of you guys on here were running for that diamond bonus last year. And you're like, oh my gosh, it was December. You had to hit it, right? To get $10,000. I will never forget when I was brand new, 2016, and I was running for diamond, and I was comparing myself to Latavia, and I was like, oh my gosh, she just joined. She went diamond in 2 months. I didn't go diamond. I cried. I compared. I looked at it, and I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't hit diamond. I didn't get a $5,000 paycheck. And then guess what? Conference just like this rolled around, and they announced diamond bonus was $10,000. Okay. Yes, please. Over 5K. So if you missed your $5,000 bonus last year, or $10,000 bonus last year, it's 15 now. You're welcome from God. Okay. There's reasons for everything. Okay. And when, all of you newbies, all of the newbies who are going, oh my gosh, like 15,000 like in 3 months, how am I going to do that? It's not how. If you were not at conference, I'm going to tell you it's not how. And I wrote it down, and I hope to somehow figure this out and remember. It's not how am I going to do this. It's why do I. What was it? Gosh, you guys. What was it? Why do I? It was not how. It's not how you're going to do this. Not. Oh, why? Thank you, Ashley. Not how are you going to do this. It's why not you. Why not? There's not a single person. I saw there's 100 people on this Zoom, and I know a lot of you are not diamond. Why not? There is no reason. I've always looked at this business as I know it sounds silly, but I've always looked at it I don't know if you guys have seen Aladdin, but I've always looked at it it's kind of Aladdin, but I've looked at it It Works puts money out on this thing out there, right? And there's lava, all these struggles, right? And you got stones you got to jump onto to jump on those stones to get to that money, okay? They're giving it. The money is here. It's here. You just have to go to it. You have to just do the steps to get there. I don't know. I feel like it plays out better in my mind, but you guys, you're able to make $15,000. And what I was telling Marianne was it was a decision, right? It's a decision. But it's not just I'm going to decide. Tonight, we're on our team Zoom. I'm just going to decide. I'm going to just do this. It's not tonight. It's not tonight. It's not about tonight and your decision tonight. It's your decision every single day that you wake up. You need to wake up, and the first thing you need to think about is that decision to wake up and do what you need to do to get to where you need to be. If it is not something that is going to benefit you to get that 15K, don't do it. If it's something that you don't want to do and it's going to make you 15K, do it. You're not going to feel like it. You're not going to want to. You're not going to feel like I'm super excited to post. I'm super excited to message. You guys are so people, I don't know about you guys, but I've had people who can you call me at noon? And I'm like, yes, And then at noon, I'm like, sorry, my kid's like, I'm making dinner. I've made excuses on potentials that want to join. I just haven't called them. Don't limit yourself, you guys. There's so much to this business. So the newbies, I know there's a lot. This is like a lot to wrap your head around. All you need to do is get excited. You know, one of my new distributors, Ashley, I think you're on here right now still. She said, what do I say to people to like, how do I sell them to be excited? And I said, you do not sell this business. You do not sell this opportunity. This opportunity is literally a gift. Could you sell $100? No. You cannot sell money. You can literally tell somebody, I have an opportunity for you. And if you don't want to do it, you are absolutely crazy. I'm about to make $15,000. Do you want to make it with me? Do you? Like, that's what you need to do. You are maybe a month in this business, 3 months in this business, 6 months in this business. All you need to do is tell your story about what's going to happen. Talk about how you just started 3 months ago and tell them what's going to happen. What is your story? Your story is what's going to happen when you started. It's not about like, I don't have, you know, I send the same like script, like, well, I started 3.5 years ago. Your script is not going to be the same. Your story is not going to be the same as mine or Rachel's or Lachelle's or any of ours. It's yours. I started a month ago and I had no idea what I was doing. And I still have no idea what I'm doing. All I know is I'm about to make $15,000. And you should really, really do this with me. You can do this. You can make that. You guys, I want every single, gosh, how many people are in here? Let me see. How many? 97. Okay. 97 of you. You guys, I have quit every single thing before it works. I've literally quit. I quit college. I quit cosmetology school. I've had every job from A to Z, literally. This is the only thing that I have stuck to. And there was something about this. It's this moment right now, wherever you're at. Maybe you're the person who's quit everything too. All I want you to do is take this gift. Gosh, it's a gift, you guys. We're so damn lucky, you guys. Take this gift and let this be the thing you do not give up on, ever. And every single day, decide. Every single morning, decide. What do you want? What do I want? I want my husband home. I want my husband home. When Mark at our conference, I know a few of you guys weren't there, when he had us close our eyes and imagine that day, what did I think of? I closed my eyes and I thought of the last time, the last goodbye. All I could think of was the last wave for my kids, to my husband, the last day he goes to work. What is that moment? What is that thing? What is it going to do for you? You guys, the thing is, like, you can. We all have the exact same things. There's no special personality. There's no special look. There's no special thing. We have Facebook and Instagram. We all have, like, you know, our fingers to text, our voice to talk and tell and do all these things. All you need to do, you know, I can teach you how to build a paper airplane. But are you going to actually learn how to, like, put it into the air? Like, every one of us can learn all of these tools, but if you're not going to do something with those tools, like, you have to, that was the other thing with the conference. Like, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I know the call is on. I don't know if anybody else took this, but I've never taken this from any other conference where they were like, it's not even about going to conference. It's like, if you go to conference, what are you going to do after conference? After conference, what are you going to put in? Like, what are you going to put in now? What are you going to push for? What are you going to do every single day? I know a lot of you are working. I know a lot of you have full-time jobs, but there's space. There's space. And every time you try to use those excuses, you're doing it to yourself. You can't, you know, it's not validating anything for anybody. Nobody's like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, yeah, that's fine. Your paycheck relies on your lack of excuses. That's all it is. I don't know. I'm rambling because I'm in an alley and I'm nervous. So I don't know. I hope that was good. Gosh, who's ready to make 15,000?
Hey, KC just won Super Bowl.
Sorry. Yes. Oh my gosh, the comments. Yes. Guys, it's there. Like, let's go. Let's go get it. I've game planned. You guys, don't just 15K it. Go that 20K. Go double. Every single one of you who's going for diamond, pull out a double chart. Okay? And just like, I don't remember who said it, print it, erase all the people who are not there, who are really not there, who are just like you enrolled them and they're gone, and fill those. Who said that? Gosh, I don't know who said it. Fill the spaces.